Hi, let's make these today. Hello. This is Maria here. How are y'all doing? I hope that you're doing great, that you're blessed. Again, I am here with some of this trash that I have left over from the masterboards that I painted, the ones that I glued just trash on, and I'm still trying to get rid of it, as you see. So last time we did some snippets, and what I want to do today is some, what do you call those? Shaker boxes or shaker, I don't know, shaker boxes. I don't know what you call them, but I've seen people do them and I've been wanting to do them for this journal. So I have a few things I want to use. This piece of trash. I want to use this other plastic piece and this bag and this little bag. So one thing that I was thinking about is to use Noodles in the journal because my journal is a child's play journal. I remember when we were kids and we played with Noodles and painted them, we would make necklaces or put them on paper and glue them. That's what I remember. That idea stuck in my head. Let's play with Noodles. But I don't want to have big macaronis in my journal. They will get smashed. They will get broken. I don't want any of that. So I have these alphabet noodles that I like to put in soup. I still put it in soup for my kids and they're adults. Can you believe that? And what I did was I painted them with some spray paint in a fluorescent pink. And I thought that was fun. I saved them to do some shaker bags or boxes or whatever you call them. I also got out some of these pieces that I have. They're like rhinestone type things and some sequins. I also have these other sequins here that are fun and some other stuff, some stars and some other things in there. So that'll be fun to add it all together with the noodles. One thing I wanted to do though is paint the noodles a little bit with some glitter glue. And I don't know if that'll be a fail completely. I can leave some alone because they're flat and we have enough shine to add to mix with them to put in the shakers. But I can paint some because I want to see if it works. And so let's see what happens here. Join me. Get your stuff out and hopefully this turns out good and you can get some inspiration to do something like this. This is freezer paper and I want to put glue on it, the glitter glue. And then put the noodles on top and then put more glue on the noodles. I'm hoping that once it dries, we can pull the noodles off and they should be coated with some glitter from the bottom also. Let's see. So what I was thinking is a few things to make these shakers. I've never made them, but I want to have a fun back to them. So I have a piece of trash. I have a Bible verse here, 1 John 4:16. And so we know and rely on the love God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God and God in them. 1 John 4:16. God is love. That is so true. It's beautiful. I was thinking that I can put this like this, but I want to cover this with some of these leftover scraps. I just want to glue some of this stuff on this because I want to get rid of this trash and I think it would make a fun background with a bunch of colors and shapes. And let's see. Here it is. Nice little piece of art. And this will look nice on top of it with our little shaking pieces inside. What I'm thinking is, because I glued a bunch of pieces, there's a lot of irregular areas, and I bet a lot of the sequins, because they're so thin, they might get stuck inside the little holes. So I don't know if I should cover this with some matte medium and make it one more regular surface, or should I leave it? What should I do? It might be kind of cool if some sequins stick to certain places though, you know? Let's see. See, see, they're getting stuck on it. But that may be kind of neat. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it. I was gonna cover it, but let's check out our noodles. The back is still a little bit tacky. So definitely some of them are sticking, but they'll work. Once they dry, they'll be good to go, I think. Here they are. Look at them. A lot of them were stuck together. Of course, they made good friends. They didn't want to separate, but that's good. It's not too hard to do at all. It's a little bit tedious if you don't have patience, want to separate them, but you know, that's neat. I like this. That makes me happy. We'll just have some that are shimmery and others aren't. Never done this. I've never done this. So I guess just throw a bunch in there and seal it somehow. Try to seal it first. Part of it, yes. I should seal most of it and then put the stuff in it. Here it is. I hope it holds. Let's let it dry. We can figure out how we're going to do this one. And what I'm thinking is this is going to be tight, so I'm doubting that anything will be able to shake in it. So let's try the sequence. Definitely the noodles are too fat and they're not going to want to work. Oh, it works. You hear that? Oh, the sequins work. They're so thin. Look how pretty. Oh my goodness. That is so pretty. This would be great in a different style of junk journal or trash journal even. If you're more vintagey, you can do something kind of like this. I love it. And I think this is enough. I don't want to put other colors in it because this just looks more delicate, a bit fancy. I don't know if it'll fit in my trash journal style-wise. I don't know. We'll see. Neat. I will have to close here. Probably just tape it. There, how pretty. Look at that. This looks fancy. For a different journal maybe. I don't know, unless I have a page where this can go in my child play. I don't know. We'll have to see. We have these two other pieces left to do a shaker with. And I was thinking that I can use this piece of painted trash to put here as a background. Since I have this beautiful card here about God's love, 1 John 4:16, I want to talk about God's love for people, for humanity. And of course, the best known verse about God's love probably is John 3:16 that says that for God so loved the world, he sent his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Actually, these are not working. Look at this mess I've made. That's okay. It's all fixable. We can always fix things in our junk journals, trash journals, especially trash journals, right? These that are just flat sequins, aren't they beautiful? So we can use those. I'm just going to let it cure, and the sequins are right now on top of each other, so they'll loosen up. I'm hoping they do when I start shaking them. You know, I hope. Yeah. If not, hey, it's a piece of trash with something cute in it, right? We can still use it, even if it's a fail. That's okay. For this shaker, let's put a good measure of our noodles. So what I see happening here is when I try to shake it, it's not making too much of a shaking noise because it's flimsy. So it needs a backing. It needs a backing. Like I said, I never do these. You all may be laughing at me, and that's okay. I am going to put a backing to it because we'll hear the stuff shaking against the cardboard, and that will make a difference. Let's put a trashy piece in it. There it is. Nice. Makes a big difference. I love it. I bet we can do one with buttons. And it would be nice to make a ginormous one. Find some kind of plastic that can accommodate that, a big one for a large journal. That would be nice. Okay, now this one has dried. We can use staples just to make sure we reinforce it, because I'm afraid I may want to come off in time. I don't know. And there, look at how nice. I love it. Look how they stick. There, they still stick in some areas, but I think that's fun. It reminds me of those little games where you get to move things a certain way, you know, so they fit in certain areas. That is so fun. Look at this. This goes perfect in this journal. Yeah, this one is not as successful. It's not shaking, but it's pretty. It's very nice. It's a nice element, I think. So I am going to add cardboard. I'm going to stick a couple pieces together to give it some height, and I'm going to cut it and attach to these edges so that it can lift a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And give it room to shake. And I think that should work. I'm going to try that. Okay, this is another day. This is dry and done. However, it doesn't work very well. It doesn't shake, move very much in there at all. At times it does, and then it doesn't. And I'm losing some of the little bits. They're coming off from the sides. So it's a learning experience. And of course, I just needed to add more cardboard to these sides, but I'm not going to redo it. I've already wrinkled it up from pulling it apart before. So it's still a nice accessory that will look good in the journal. Let's see where we can put these pieces. I like these colors together. I think I'm going to put it here because this bird is acting like a pocket. I didn't glue all the way, so I have a pocket and I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to add a little bow to this. There, I think that is very cute. One thing I learned doing these shakers is that I need a hard back, which you all may know this. I did not think of this, of course, but obviously a hard piece of cardboard is much better because this is flimsy. It still shakes. It's not like it was before without the paper, but still needs more firmness. Live and learn. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. It still shakes. It shakes better than before. So, but that's something that I learned. And if you don't know how to make them, you know now. You know, make sure you have a hard piece of cardboard back there. But I like it. I think it's cute. I love this little tie up here, these colors. And I brought some green down here to match these greens. And we have the green spread out. And this ribbon becomes a branch. And that's really cool. I want to again talk a little bit about the love of God because I found a beautiful hymn, an old hymn, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I cannot read the whole thing, but I thought you may enjoy hearing a little bit about it. It is called The Love of God is Greater Far by Frederick M. Lehman. I think that's how you pronounce it. I will link it in the description below if you're interested in looking it up. And it goes like this. The love of God is greater far than tongue or pen can ever tell. It goes beyond the highest star and reaches to the lowest hell. The guilty pair bowed down with care. God gave his son to win. His erring child he reconciled and pardoned from his sin. I think that's really neat. I hope you enjoyed it. It looks like this is going to go in a different journal. I had the idea of putting the little one, this one, on this page. What I'm going to do is just cut a slit here and insert this into it. There, that goes well there. It does lift. This thing is just not wanting to cooperate, is it? I will add stuff behind it, some layers, some journaling maybe. And I have this here that it's just going to stay like that. Maybe I can put painted papers here if I get ambitious enough. I don't know. I like this. I don't think I want to touch these guys in the middle of my signatures. I think I'm going to leave them alone. They are pretty art as they are. I'm going to add this adhesive square to the back of this because that's going to help hold it. There, I thought of a place for this already. I was thinking earlier, this is not looking good. So I'm thinking I'm going to paint some of this. Went ahead and added the snippet in some trash pieces. I would like to add either some stickers here or draw some little circle flowers. I guess I'm obsessed with flowers, and this journal has a lot of flowers. I really like this. It turned out pretty nice. It's a pocket made from product trash, and I like it. It's a good way to put it in and showcase the whole thing. And I added some purple ribbon. I think that goes well with all the colors. I think I'm going to have to add more black to this. But I want to cover this with something, and I don't know what fabric to use. I wonder if this is starting to look a bit too busy for me, so I want to tone it down with something. I found this bag, and I like it because it's a big piece and it's pretty neutral, and it breaks these 2 pages, and I think it tones things down nicely. I think I'm just going to paint some black here for the spine that shows, and maybe just glue it. I will end up adding something here. I don't know what. So if I glue it like this, it's going to, cover the whole gap. And back here we can add something, do some journaling. And I can also add something here. I did not realize that this was open. I had cut the side off at one point. So I'll have to figure out what to do with that. I wish I would have known. Maybe I can still do it. I want to run it through the sewing machine. Yeah. Yeah. This glue takes a bit to dry, so I can pull this off and re-glue it. There, I got it sewn and glued. So now I want to put something in here. And I have some very old art that I don't love, but I don't want to throw out. So I'm going to put it in here. I need something for here. And I want to put something here and here as well. This turned into a pocket is the bottom of the bag. When I glued it and sewed it, it just made a pocket. I have this piece of old art as well that I thought would go well here. And figure out what to put in here. Some stickers probably. I have these big butterflies. They're window clings and I love them. You can either use them with a white background like this, or take the backing off and use them without for a see-through effect. So I'm going to put this one, I love the colors, right here. I made this card because I wanted to fill the space all the way to the top as much as possible because this bag is pretty rough looking. And so it's just a piece of trash and I may use it to journal, I'm not sure. But I started adding some trash pieces to the top and it turned into a little house there. And I was just listening to something and mess with little bitty pieces to make trees and stuff. It was so fun. And then I doodled the windows and stuff. So this is a bit more neutral and I'm going to journal on it. This is an old piece of art that I don't love, but it adds color. and this probably like this. And I like that. Here, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. Hebrews 13:5. This butterfly turned out really neat. I just love it. And I just went ahead and glued all of it, and the glue is see-through so you don't see the white behind it. Those are really cool to use in these trash journals if you can get some. They're fun. I ended up doing some journaling here, the hymn, or part of it. And some more journaling in this card and on the back. And also this card. We have our nice little shaker here. I really like this one. It goes perfectly in this book. A little art, some layers, some stickers, more trash, journaling, stickers, trash, stitches, all fun. And I managed to tone down a little bit of the busyness, a little bit of the busyness that was bothering me with this bag. And I'm glad I did that. And I love the butterfly. And here I used the snippet from the other day, more neutral, because I knew things were getting busy. I'm happy with how this turned out, and I hope that you all like this video. I hope that you enjoyed this project. Please let me know if you have any ideas on how to make snippets, any tips that you can share. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you don't mind, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you enjoy the content, it will help YouTube share the video with others. You all take care. God bless you, and come back and see me next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.